check. How's that? Better? Maybe. Check, 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 check. Now I'm starting to clip. Alright, I think that's a little bit better. Might sound fuzzy. Let's see. It's actually picking up a lot of It's not as good with the gain, but I think I can filter. Try that. That might be tolerable. It seems to be picking me up really sensitively, so it's pretty good. Test, 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 test. It's pretty good. Test, 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 test. It's pretty good. Test, 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 test. It's pretty good. So there's a lot of fuzz. Let me see if I turn that down, actually. Properties. Let's go plus 2 decibels. Maybe 2.5 out of it. Check, check. And I need to hear check, 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 Wow, it's still not caught up. Go live? What's going on? I don't know how long it takes to catch up, but okay, it hears me, right? I'm not causing a loop back while it's muted, so I don't think so. So if I go check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. It's a little fuzzy. I see that. Let me bring this down. Check. There. No fuzz? I can see that there's no fuzz. Awesome. Can it hear me though? How far can I bring it up? Check. The only thing I don't like about this mic. Let's try that. It's pretty sensitive to my clicks and stuff. Can you hear? Check, check. There we go. Okay. Check, check, check. Can I bring the gain up a little bit? 2.5. Let's try 6 again. No static this time. It looks like there might be a tiny bit. I don't know what this highlight at 36. Is that my peak? Check. Yeah, that's my peak. Okay. My average peak. That was me yelling. I should check, check. Check. I guess that's during the whole stream. That's my average or my peak. And that's my floor. I wish it would show. It's like, okay, check, check, check. I'm just blabbing to keep the sound going. Okay, let's hear. Okay, check, check, check. I'm just blabbing to keep the sound going. Okay, let's hear. Now compared to a regular video. What's this here? Okay, my stream is hyper quiet right now. Why? I'm just worried about the fuzz, unless I can get that, unless I can get everything doubled. Okay, is it my desktop volume doing anything to the mic volume? No? Then, okay, at least that's separate. For some reason, my audio capture is using my desktop volume instead of the Windows volume for some reason. Like I have, actually, I see. They're both the same. That's why. Okay, what can I do? I have this all the way up. Unless let's try the music. Let's see how that
Taking the wrong turn again. Backseat bills with a bunch of bad friends. Stuck with the street dead end.
check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. So that's check, 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 check. Bit of noise, at least for now, until I get a better. Check, 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 check. So that's check, 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 check. Bit of noise, at least for now, until I get a better. Check, 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 check. So that's check, 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 check. Bit of noise, at least for now, until I get a better. Check, 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 check. So that's check, 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 check. Bit of noise, at least for now, until I get a better. Check, 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 check. So that's check, check, check. Check, bit of noise, at least for now, until I get a better. Check, 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 check. So that's check, 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 bit of noise, at least for. Okay, I gotta keep talking for a second. So, let me see. I'm going to. I can't bring the gain up too much, or it's gonna get fuzzy. I don't even know if you're gonna be able to hear the fuzz because I have a nice suppressor now. So it doesn't look like you can. So I'm going to try to bring the gain up like plus 10. Anything more than plus 10 is kind of crazy to me. But let's try that. Plus 10. It's better. I don't know if this is the right way. But the reason why is because I have a singing mic. Or it's a recording mic. And it needs a stand. I do not have a stand for this. I might have to make something. Let me try, let me go crazy here. Let's try plus 30. Crazy. Yeah, that's pretty loud. I'll bring the compressor down instead of the gain filter down. Let's try 20. Check. 20. I'm barely clipping on 20. That's pretty good. 20? Let's see what it sounds like. Check. 20. I'm barely clipping on 20. That's pretty good. 20? Let's see what it sounds like. Check. 20. I'm barely clipping on 20. That's pretty good. 20? Let's see what it sounds like. Check. 20. I'm barely clipping. Both my girls are a lot louder than me. I think that's okay for now. I'll mess with the fuzziness later. It's probably, honestly, some of that's probably just my mic cable and stuff. That's fine with me. Because I'm gonna get I'm gonna be doing it through my AISO stuff. Eventually, I just need to get the parts, so I'll do that off stream, I guess. Well, I kind of have to do it right now, actually. Not this. Why did they make this so difficult? Holy shit. I gotta find where it's subscribe and save items. There it goes. Oh man. But if you're about to if you're about to lose your HBO, it actually pops up right here when you open your menu and it says renew HBO or something like that. Renew Amazon Prime, like if it's about to go out. But if you're looking to close it, you can't even find it. Like look, it was like they specifically put it. Look how strategic it is. It's not at the top, it's not at the bottom. It's in the middle toward the bottom. It's literally the most complex place you could put it before people before you just don't have it on there. So they open the menu and they go, "Where's my things I've subscribed to?" They're trying to catch people in a loop where they get frustrated and leave it subscribed because they can't find it. And also another thing is you can't even find these on the phone. What I found out, I got so mad one time I broke my mom's phone screen because, or it was a screen protector. Um, yeah, and I had to buy her a new one. I got so mad because I was on her tablet and I couldn't find the thing I was subscribed to. And then I'm like looking for it and I knew like I'm like I subscribed to this on my mom's thing and if I can't fix it then it's gonna charge every month to my mom's account and I was getting so mad about it I ended up like breaking the screen somehow and like I dropped the tablet or something right through it and look where it is. It's like way down here. Subscribe and save item. It should be like at the top next to it, like account orders, subscribe and save. It's like keep shopping for recommended. Okay, returns should be up here. Also, returns is getting buried. Browsing history. Like they'll probably have some excuse like, oh, we just rated it by the priority of things people click on mostly. And it's like that makes sense for you, but for the user, they need to have they should be able to edit this maybe. Maybe you could have like a setting where they can swap these around like you can on here. But this is like you've got your membership subscriptions and subscribe and save item. At least they're all next to each other. So that way when you're managing your funds, you can find it. I've had to Google this 3 times now. And that's just this year. I've had to Google it before because I forget where these are. And they might have moved them around. I don't even, I'm not gonna, I can't really say that, but because I don't remember, but I get lost every time. And I'm like, well, where was it? Did they have a button somewhere else last time? Or how come I can't find it this time? Is it just so buried that it's hard to remember? I don't know. So here it is. And when last time I deleted my cat food, I found out that my cat food subscription, I had one that's every 2 months. It only shows the upcoming right here. If you have another one next month, like let's say you did one every 2 months like me, it's down here. So if you cancel and look, so the highlighted button is skip 1 unit every 2 months. You're like, what the hell? How come I can't cancel it? You have to go edit subscriptions and then go quantity. Oh my God. I think this isn't even it. I I I actually thought that was it for a second. So how do you cancel it? There's the thing. Here's the dilemma. Go to subscriptions, edit. Can I cancel it here? Yeah, there we go. Okay, see how hard that was? So I want to cancel my subscription. There should just be a button here, cancel subscription, right here next to it. They make it really hard to cancel so that if you subscribe and save stuff, you don't turn it off. I when I'm busy working, doing something like that is hard, especially on when you find out that on your phone, you don't access the same menu as you do on the PC. You can't even access this list on the phone. So I think there's some things you can and some things you can't. I think you can't access your subscriptions and your memberships and stuff, your membership options, your subscription, your account settings. You can't access that on the phone. At least that's how it used to be when I had that problem. I'm gonna go on the phone right now. if you go on Amazon Prime, let's see, your shortcut. I have shortcuts on my phone. Subscribe and save. Yeah, now you can manage them on the phone. This I'm talking about, this was years ago. You couldn't even access them. Like you couldn't access. Now you can manage your prescriptions, your subscriptions on there. Um, I'm not sure what that either that was it or there's something else that you can't access on the phone. Like I think maybe you can't. Oh, you know what it was? It was on the Amazon Prime tablet. On the tablet, you can't sign out because it signs you into your Amazon account when you configure the tablet. On the phone app, it's probably a little different. It's on the Amazon tablet, you're like locked into this tablet view, which isn't like the Android app. So I'm sure they've updated it since then anyway. So there's no point talking about the old app. But uh, this has been bothering me for a while. Manage subscriptions. I've had to make a shortcut here, and now I'm going to do it. Wow, I almost just lost it with this one. So now I have manage your deliveries, your membership. So now I have like four things for Amazon because when you go to shopping, when you go to shopping, oh, that's not even shopping. This is shopping. I was like, oh, how do I get movies? You know, and then you got to find the video thing. And that's actually relatively easy. It's right by the search bar. You'll see that. So that's easy to find. So I made a special shortcut for that. And then you got to have oh wow, manage your Amazon. Okay, wait, I pressed the wrong button. My bad. Manage your Amazon. I think I saved this before. Or was it this one? No. So one for movies. These should be together, first of all, because they're all things you subscribe to. So your movies one is separate from your food or your deliveries one. So one's manage your deliveries actually, and one's manage your memberships. But wouldn't they all be under the same thing? You're trying to manage how much money you're spending through Amazon. Shouldn't there be a tab that shows all the things you're spending money on? They found a way to separate all three of them. Maybe then there's even more because like if you have music, it's a different one. If you have pharmacy, that's a different one. You've got all these different services, and then you've got Amazon Prime itself manage your membership. So your memberships, Amazon is on Amazon Prime with the video stuff. And then you've got your subscriptions, which, well, your deliveries. And then you've got subscriptions, which is a different tab within there. And actually, the one you want is that, because, yeah, delete that. It's, oh, and they're not the only site that does that. Almost every site is doing that now. If you've got like Comcast or something, like you can't even cancel it without calling them. You have to like call them on the phone. You can't even, and you have to wait through their machine. They're horrible. They tell you they're gonna send you money, and then they don't. Like if they owe you money or something, they'll tell you they're gonna send you money. They'll tell you they're gonna give you a discount. They don't tell you they're raising the price, and they just do it. It's criminal, really, and I don't know how they get away with it, but they do. Comcast raised my price. Comcast raised my price from $25 a month to $69 a month without notifying me. Um, and they tried to call me and catch me telling them that I was satisfied with the price by, I noticed this after. They called me after they raised the price and said, how satisfied with a survey? How satisfied are you with your current Comcast price? And lucky me, I was kind of smart. I was like, that's an odd question to throw at me randomly. I haven't heard a survey call me from Comcast ever without me contacting them first. And so I'm like, I'm just fine with my service. It's $25 a month. It's been that way for 2 years. I'm perfectly happy with my service. And they took my answer down, asked me some other questions, and then hung up the phone. I I uh I think I noticed a couple weeks or a month later, and that my bill was raised, and I remembered that phone call, and I'm like, they called me on the phone after they raised the price. I told them that I thought it was $25 a month and that I was satisfied, and they ignored that I gave them that information and continued charging me $69 a month, which was 2 or 3 tiers above what service I had originally ordered, and I had my own equipment too. And they were charging me now $69 a month, and they charged me that for uh just about eight months, I think. Maybe even, yeah, about 8 months, 7 or 8 months. I think it was 8 months, 8 months before I noticed it, maybe nine. And I called them and I said, I'd like a partial refund. I called you guys in August, so it'd be fair. I said, I called in August and demanded a full refund, actually. It was in July or August. And I demanded a full refund. They told me they were going to give me a refund, and they didn't. I called in again in August and I said, I need to cancel my service right now. And you didn't give me a refund. And they said that they I got mad at the lady. She hung up on me on the phone. I told her to cancel my service already, so I thought it was canceled. I find out a couple months later it's not canceled. And I call them again and say to cancel my service. It was in December. I call them. I find out that it wasn't canceled, and then I was away from home for a month, and I couldn't even call them. I couldn't call them for a month, and then so I called them as soon as I could, January, and I called them, and I uh, I called them and I told them that I was expecting the service to be canceled when I called them in August because I told them to cancel my service. I told the lady on the phone, and she hung up on me because she was trying to like convince me. She was started surveying me after I told her to cancel my service. And I started to get mad. I said, no, look, I didn't agree to the service. And she was giving all these excuses. And I'm like, just cancel the service. And she started to get mad and goes, you've got an attitude. Goodbye. And like, she hung up the phone. I'm like, holy shit. And then I was driving too. I had my earpiece in, so it wasn't illegal, but I couldn't pick up the phone and dial it again, or I would have. And so I had to drive. And then I couldn't, I forgot to call again. And so I didn't notice until it was too late that they'd been charging me more for longer. And I told them, and I told them about that when I called them again in January, and I said I haven't even been able to call you guys, and they've been charging me now for another 6 months now on top of the 6 months that I called you 6 months ago, and they told me they'd give me a refund of $200, and I go, you know what, that's fine, because at least even though it's not the full 6 months from here to August, I was like, that's at least something. I'll take it. I'll take it. It was like 270 or something like that. It was a partial refund of the distance from August to January. And I said, I've not even been using the service. I should get a refund. And they told me that they would give me a refund, and they did not give me a refund. So they charged me almost for a full year, like the price of almost about $600. And I didn't even use the service during that time. Yeah, I hadn't even been using the service. I took down my modem. I was in the process of moving for several months, and then I had moved. I was in the process of moving for a few months, and then I had moved out of the house that I had the service in, and they were still charging me service to that address, and someone else was living there. May? Okay. Oh boy. Another scheme to make money. Wow, this thing was a ripoff. Okay. Clear all these out. I don't even know what that is. Oh, it's a gasket. Check, check, check. Yeah. It's a lot better. How about this? Check. Check. A lot better. Basically, the mic's kind of quiet, and I've got to. Oh boy. Anyway, what am I gonna do here? You know what? What can I do? We have a lot of claws here. 48, 38, 41. So what I can do is do a 40, a 2 traps claw at level 40. And then hope for, see, the item rolls the assassin, those three abilities. The item will roll 3 randomly up on its own. It could be any claw base, and it'll roll +3. 48. I'm gonna put the 40s next to each other, the 30s next to each other. How many I have of each? Okay, claws. We're looking for like mana after kill. Basically, I just need plus the skills and plus minus or minus fire damage. I know this is really. Let me see what it's like when I do this. Okay, because I'm kind of leaned over. Try something. Well, that's not so good. I'll try not to do that. All right. The lace will be the same. It needs to be loud enough so people don't have to change their volume, so they don't have to remaster my stream. It needs to be loud enough. So I'm not getting feedback on the music, even though I'm playing it. It's looking pretty good. Because I'm not on headphones. I could do headphones and it'd be a lot better, I think. I might try that later, but it's okay for now. So 1 to traps is level 20. 1 to assassin skills is level 30. 3 to traps is level 60, and 2 to traps is level 40. But 3 to traps is a blue item, so you can either do 2 assassin skills at level 50 or 2 to traps at level 40. So level 40, and then if you look at the list, then the item affixes have Find Claw, if I go from level 50 to 40, which is the difference, then we're looking at everything from here, well, also weapon crafts. So these to 40, which will be even lower. So there's gritty, and fools, which are not good for a caster. So those are in the 50. In the 50 to 40, 50 to 41, right? So you have, let's count them all. You have weapon, so you have ferocious, Elysian, buzzing, smoking, and remember, even though they're in the same group, the frequency will still add. Buzzing, smoking, lords, bloodthirsters. There's my cat. Plague, pestilent, boreal, and witch hunters, which is the one we want. That's 10 more things. 10 things. So we're adding 10 things. Out of those 10 things, what things are good? So this isn't good. None of these damage ones are good. We have lightning, fire damage, not good. Attack rating damage, not good, not good. Damage taken goes to man, that's not even going to be on our weapon. None of those are good except for 2 to assassin skills. So basically all that happens is I get, instead of 2 to traps, which is what you find here, 2 to traps, which is gonna replace 2 to all skills. I think they changed it this season to include 3 to traps. I don't know if that's for claws or for some other classes, but it doesn't say it on here yet. So at least for now, until I get the info I need, I can look at the patch notes. Yeah, I need to get this cable, or I need to get a either an adapter, or I need to get the stuff to make my own cable. Or just buy a cable, I guess. I'm only making one. Because I'm going to make my own business selling cables. It's going to be one thing I can do from here. If they take my driver's license away, I'm going to have to start a business from home. you know, I don't really have much other options. I'm in the middle of nowhere. So Washington might try to keep it from me. And I don't know what they're going to do. Oh, it does work. Nice. Okay. So, bring this back a little bit. Fire Blast. I didn't even choose one that they've buffed. Minimum damage scaling increases from 0 to 5. Damage scaling increases from 0. Oh, I see. Is it? Oh, right. Okay. That's cool. Fire Blast? I mean, I don't know if that's going to affect the way I play, but I was thinking of going Death Sentry anyway. I'm not sure. I just felt like it might be more versatile. And I could go in amp damage work for progression. I'm playing pretty slow anyway. Maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe I'll do lightning or I don't know. On the actual, I might not even like Assassin. it seems to me like physical damage has a really powerful start in PD2. Like if you start with like the fact that it has melee attack deal splash damage is huge, and then the fact that you get amp damage on like level 20 items, and it's just like all you need is a rare or crafted item and you get amp damage procs, and they're a lot more frequent. Last season and this season, like I already saw one this season, and last season, like if I counted the amount of times I saw amp damage on an item, like I was starting to like throw them on the ground because it was so common. And in like vanilla, if you'd found an item with amp damage on it, you'd save it because it's that rare. Like pretty much only a couple of uniques have it, like Reaper's Toll, and then that's it. It's pretty much all it has. Like some of the items, that's why I save a lot of junk in this game, is because I'm used to vanilla. I'm like, whoa, that's insane amp damage. You know, and I'll save a piece of junk item with amp damage, but in this game it's junk, but in vanilla it's good. Like you could have pretty much any item that casts amp damage would be like, now I can make my Merc actually useful. Like, they're not useful unless they have like some kind of aura or amp damage, and it's hard to even make them useful in vanilla. Corrupted heroes invade. Wait. What items do they drop? Wouldn't it be funny if they dropped the items that you were wearing? and it was like a mirror, getting a mirror. But it was a random mirror. A random item that you're wearing. Mirror. That'd be cool as fuck. It might be like, I don't know, I didn't see the patch notes on that one. Enhanced damage per level reduced from 20 to 18. Okay. What about Barbarian? I always like Barbarian. So. I was thinking of doing Blade Sentinel. Berserk has increased splash radius. That. I mean, whatever you do in this game, you just want to do it the best. That's why you have a different reward for like the first barbarian to kill Diablo, because it's like they understand that the game is balanced for every class. Otherwise, it'd just be the first class or the first person to kill Diablo, which might be a separate reward, but having like the first barbarian, because then you could be like, well, I'm just trying to do, and that's kind of why I'm defending playing this game. I'm like, look, I get that a sorceress or whatever can kill Diablo faster, or a trap sin, but I'm trying to be the best barbarian that I can be, you know, and I just want to be the best barbarian, even though he sucks at killing Diablo, and the item costs like triple to buy to even be able to do T2 or T1 compared to like an assassin. It's like assassin, you could do it with like fucking crafts or rares and shit that you find off the ground, you know, and it's like barbarian, all of a sudden you need like an 80 Hyrule ethereal weapon to do T1. It's like, okay, well, I'm just trying to do it, and that's not true. I mean, you could do it with Ethereal Breath of the Dying I did it with Ethereal Breath of the Dying and Last Wish offline, which are fairly reasonable to get. So you could do it. You also have to have really good gear in the other regards. Like all your charms have to be good. And I did test it on a T1 at least, and I was able to do T1 with that gear. I think it was Ethereal Breath of the Dying and the Last Wish. It was a pretty good combo. I think that's kind of the minimum. I believe that's kind of the minimum. If you want to get a T1 kill, you got to kind of go for that. There might be some other builds that are easier to get, but like if you want to be able to refer to, or like if you want to be able to make a character offline, it has to be like something you can make real quick, because you're not likely gonna spend a lot of time crafting like thousands of items to get that one item that's like, you're not gonna get that at the beginning of the season, so people don't practice like that. They go, what can I guarantee that I'll get on day 3, which is the day I need to kill Diablo? Otherwise, the other guys are gonna get it, because last season they killed him on day 3. So, or whatever it is. That's just an example. So it's like, well, what's the best weapon I can get by then? I'll try to craft, and if I get lucky, cool. If not, I'm aiming for Ethereal Breath of Dying and Last Wish. Those are the two best things. Now, I think Death. I think Death is let's see, Math Events, Ubers, Tier 2 Uber bosses, minion HP reduced by 25%. That's huge. I was having trouble with Tier 1. I couldn't do it with certain items. I had to have like certain types of things going on, like Crushing Blow doesn't help on the minions very much because it's a big wave of them. Crushing Blow isn't good versus like a huge wave. It's good, but it's not as good as just having pure damage. Crushing Blow is like versus a boss is really good because it does percent health and they have this ridiculous life pool. It only sucks during the last like phase. So the minion HP reduced on T2. Minions no longer have innate damage reduction, poison length reduction. Okay, minions on Ubers. Is that on, okay, yeah. So they don't have innate damage reduction. So I can finally kill the stupid minions. Because I was on a Barbarian. Maybe I should continue Barbarian this season because honestly, like I didn't even get to. I should probably just do Barbarian and try to keep going at it. Just be the best Barbarian. Why change characters? I mean, I like playing Barbarian. I don't like farming on a Barbarian, but I like playing Barbarian for the bosses. I've always done that. I'll have a Sorceress and a Barbarian. That's kind of my two favorites right there. I might try an Assassin for farming and a Barbarian for Ubers, but in PD2, I mean, you kind of need to like, if you're going for a record, listen. Frozen Orb Sword. I don't know, the game ended, so I got a little confused on what I was doing. They're trying to balance the game so you can start any class. In vanilla, you could classically not start with in Amazon or a barbarian. It would be horrible to start with. Technically you can, it's just that it's a lot faster to start like a sorceress, because what you end up having to do is run to specific zones that are not physical immune and farm those. And it's after you get an Enigma, then Barbarian actually becomes one of the quicker classes to beat. Wow. Cloud of Thunder Blades, Burst of Speed, Wake of Fire, and Gas Entry. I'm guessing I don't have it. Let's see. Maybe it's here. Cool. Nope, that's not it. Alright, so it's gone. What happened to it? Where was I? Act 4? Probably out here where it's not going to be there anymore. If they disappeared. Okay, that's a word. I had the 3 to Wake of Fire Claw with Dragonflight. Or it was Wake of Inferno. Let's see if I have one with Dragonflight. That doesn't mean that it's good. Wake of Fire. That's what I'm use. Yes, Sentry. I could theoretically get around mutants if I run into that. Stuff is on these now. Holy crap. Seven mods on arrows. So they've really buffed Amazon. You're getting quivers with 7 mods, and I think they even upped that this season. They're trying to bring them up so that they're you can start with them. Like, pick 5 mods normal. I think this thing has 7 mods. It's got enhanced damage, flat damage, damage to undead, and attack rating to undead. And it's got cold damage, lifesteal, open wounds, and prevent monster heal. First barbarian at 90. Yeah, but I'm not racing to 99. I'm level 50. stuff on the way. I'll try and do 40. And to be able to do, I'll do, what do I need for P topaz? Shale room. You have shales. Topaz and, genuinely confused. Get 5 mana after each kill and I get Blade Shield, but I do get Wonderwall skills. Dragon Tail. That's pretty sick. See what I mean? Like, you're getting pretty good. Like, that's a good. If that was 3 to, if that were, Apex level 41. If that were level, I'm gonna try, I'll wait till 60, I think. Although I'm gonna do 40s until I get to 60. So 39s. That's 29. 39. These are gonna move up too, so need all the claws together though. What's going on? I'm not gonna do daggers randomly. Those are just for sales. 45. Level 25. That's a lot. It's like a really sick jewel at like the end of normal, where it is. Good. Those are just random for normal. Crap. Assassin skills and Shadow Warrior. There's like a Blade Shield Claw. 31. same thing as talking trash about someone behind their back. Oh, here, I love that Rick and Morty. Like, it was like the first episode. They put him in a Matrix of season 8, and then as soon as his sister, like she's like, you know, she spent like 30 years in the Matrix, and she's like, as soon as she comes out, she goes to college or high school. She's like, I'm gonna have so much fun in high school. I'm so knowledgeable now. Like high school's gonna be think of all the things I can accomplish now. And then she goes in and she immediately starts getting bullied by her peers because high school kids are so shallow that all they care about is like fashion trends and things like this that are like you know, that are gonna change like the minute you get out of school. Like, and she gets, and then she goes, she walks in and they bully her.
Not enough mana. I need mana. I need mana.
Yeah, she walks in and they bully her, and she tries to defend herself rationally, and you know, they just laughed at her because she just sounded like square or something to them or whatever, you know. They were planning on letting her win that anyway. There's not really a way to win that. There's nothing you can say. Anything you say, you're also ganged up on. And so anything you say is just going to sound stupid to them, even if you say the most profound intellectual thing. The best thing to do is, if you want to win, is to insult them back, because at best you can make them feel offended, and then instead of mocking you, now they're mad at you. If that's what you prefer, but I mean, I don't know if that's a win, but you can have that happen. You know, because it's like, well, I don't want to let them feel like they've gone over on me, so I'm gonna intellectually dominate them. You know, it's just something people do. But yeah, I forgot where I was going. No, the girls, as soon as she leaves, she gets offended and she walks out. As soon as she leaves, the girls turn to each other and hug. And what they're showing is exactly what I said before. What people do in life is they try to. You'll notice it at work. You'll have colleagues that will talk shit about another colleague at work, and because they both dislike the colleague, they bond over it. And especially if you're new to work, if someone starts doing that, it happens all the time, especially when there's a lot of people at your workplace. Then what happens is they don't have anything to talk about with each other. They're not intelligent enough to form a relationship on their own. So what they do is they form a relationship at the expense of someone else. And you know you've done this. If you're honest with yourself, you know you've done this. And I didn't even realize that I used to do that too. And I try not to do it now because I know what I'm older. But it's still really sad that people do this. They're trying to bond over someone else being a douchebag or a prick. They want to bond over it. I've had so many friends where we try to start forming our friendship together, and we both have the same goal, which is to tighten the bond between each other. And then the only way we can think, you know, you might sit there awkwardly for a minute, or you might not have very much to talk about. And the only thing that comes up that you both have a flair for is, oh, you remember so-and-so? Oh, he did this to me and it was fucked. And then, oh, I remember him. He did that same thing to me. No way. And then you both just go over and over the horrible thing that the person did. And then they have to deal with, you know, being lowered socially so that you two can have a tighter bond. And the thing is that you're not just saying that, you don't know that that's what you're doing. So it's not like it goes unspoken and you'll keep it to yourself. What you do is you do that over and over again and you repeat the process until the person's totally destroyed. But you've all bonded over this. This is great. 20% on white items. So root words are stronger, I guess. They're stronger by 5%. That's still additive damage. It's not really that great. But it's still another 5%, which is cool. It will help theory life though a lot. You get an extra 5%. And yeah, that's horrible. And so I try not to do that. I don't have as many friends nowadays, but I understand that things like that happen. So I mean, I think the smarter you become, the less socially acceptable you become. Like when you understand that what people do is, when I got sober, I stopped drinking and I got sober and I realized that what I'm doing, the best thing for me isn't socializing, it's building. It's being constructive. That's what works for me. Socializing doesn't work. Socializing destroys me. And it brings me down to everyone else's level where they just want to drink and waste their lives away. What I'd rather do is build. And even if that's just in a video game, that's fun to me, or a house or work. I'm willing to work 60 hours a week if I'm getting paid overtime, and I'm willing to work double time. I'm willing to work as much as humanly possible, as long as I'm compensated properly. And if I can find the right employer who's willing to allow me to work that long and compensate me properly, like overtime, double time, I'd even take just overtime and then work infinite overtime to an extent. I'd be willing to work overtime probably for another 10 hours or so on top of what they normally give. I'd be willing to work 70 hours a week on overtime. And beyond that, it does start to get difficult to find time to sleep and eat, but I would be willing to do that. It's hard to find a place that's willing to allow you to do that. Because they don't monitor quality over quantity. They just monitor quantity because it's too hard for them to monitor quality and quantity. Imagine it's like quality and quantity. It's like what I'm doing. So then I'm level 50 when the guy's level 80 because I'm monitoring quality and quantity because there's no one else doing it. So it's like, well, I can pick one thing. Either I can have quantity and race to 80 or 90 or 99, or I can have quality and race to and try to improve something else. Like maybe I can curate a YouTube channel and do the thing that I'm good at, which is like theory crafting and showing you what people don't understand. Like I made a guide on World of Warcraft. It didn't get any views at the time, but over the years, and I know that patch wasn't valid for a while, but they did come out with like Diablo Classic or World of Warcraft Classic. My video has like 60,000 views now or something. It's pretty crazy. So, I mean, if I had spent time just making videos every week back then on a gaming channel and started curating a gaming channel, because that was when that stuff was starting to get popular. There was only a few guys on YouTube doing it. There wasn't even streaming yet. And I could have started a channel and curated that, but instead I wasted my time going drinking. So, I mean, if you think this is a waste of time, I mean, it's actually very lucrative. The streamers that are popular, they take their following with them from game to game. Like when Tyler 1 got banned on League of Legends, his following followed him to other games. They watched him stream on whatever game he played. It didn't matter. He could play Dota, he was playing like Rocket League. I don't even know what he was playing because I didn't follow him because I only cared about League of Legends. But he did have a lot of people following him. he lost a lot of following. And then he goes to Riot and goes, I'm reformed, and he advertised on his stream that he was reformed, and he was so popular that they heard his advertisement, and it was memed all over the League of Legends stuff, and they unbanned him. The same thing happened to me, but I was even less severe than the things he did, and I tried to come back at them and be like, hey, I'm reformed, can you unban me now? And they're like, no, we're sorry. A ban is permanent. It's like, oh, but if I'm popular, then you'll unban me because I'm bringing in revenue. And the answer was like, yes, because we really don't like Tyler 1, but he does bring in revenue. That's probably the real answer that they won't say. But it's sad, you know. But since I'm not a popular streamer, I can make a new account and play. I'm not really banned. I didn't get like social banned. See, he got banned where because he's so popular, they know who he is. Like, oh, it's Tyler 1. Like you can't play. Like as soon as someone sees that he's playing League of Legends, they'll go record. Like Riot will notice. No one even has to snitch on him. Riot will just notice. Be like, hey, wait a second, he's banned. And Riot's not snitching, they work there, you know, so it's like their job. And so if it's your job, you're not like snitching, it's just your job. And so he couldn't even, you know, he used to get banned all the time, but he got perma-banned, and they said he was no longer allowed to make accounts to play. And he couldn't even make a new account. And, like me, I just got my account banned. So I was able to make a new account to play. Well, one's an account ban, one's a perma ban. Like, I don't even know if they can really perma ban you unless you're that big. So if you're that big, you're that big. But they took his ban off because it's popular enough. so you can craft an armor that has like if you crafted an ethereal armor that had 300% enhanced defense, it'd be good on its own. So if you crafted a 300% enhanced defense ethereal sacred armor with even 10 or 20% physical damage reduction, that'd be a GG armor that you'd never die wearing. And so people that just need survival gear, like, the game used to be that you could just run on survival gear, and survival gear would get you even my low level Actually, I think it's a more like a grunge band.
You're an evil.
Happens. I think what's important right now is that nothing's really that important. The bursting speed on claws. Wake and fire, wake and fire. There we go. Wake and fire, wake and fire. Words I can use. Like a skill or something. So high level, I think I should go. I don't think it's anything above. Too fade here. Actually, you know what? I'm on software. I'll just sleep more often. And Dragonfly first five, but it's a wreck line now. It's okay. I'll still make it through. See, there's some really good uses for everything. I like that charm. What's that? Place is so confusing because they look exactly the same. Okay. Didn't it say here that? I think I have to go switch to the highway. It's okay. Let's go next. I did that, yeah? Alright. Talk to Anya. Fire. So what it's telling you is the amount of mods in the driven. What? for caster and things like that. Part of that is because the best in slot ring does also have 20 dexterity on it. Part of that is the best in slot ring is gonna still have 20 dexterity on it. What the hell? And there might be some use for that. I'm gonna do claws. I'm not gonna do every item. Do claws and rings. They're both have some pretty useless like stats that roll, and I want to see how I can use that. The amulets, amulets are the other way around. It's only useful to be level 90 for plus skills. What if you just want damage or like something else? Like if you want, let's say you want a crafted ammy that does something other than give you plus skills. You're gonna want like in PD2 it may be the case that the best, well realistically it's like the best amulet for until they add like deadly strike or crushing blow to amulets that you craft, it's gonna be like High Lord's Wrath is like the best. If you like Metal Grid, you only like it because of the attack rating. Metal Grid is not a good amulet. You might as well use Angelic. And if you like Angelic, it just means you have to use a ring. But if you like the attack rating, there's a niche situation where Metal Grid is good enough and you don't need more attack rating, and that's like level 98, 99. Metal Grid is like, it becomes like, oh, 400 attack rating is kind of all I need, and having more is actually kind of, I'm losing stats here. I noticed that like once you're like 95, you start to have like 10k attack rating, but like until 95, you need Angelic. Angelic's what you need. It's like if you're doing Diablo clone, you need, wow, did I circle the whole place and not find it? Did I pass it? Right here. Okay, Frozen Tundra. Yeah, so I have a lot of knowledge in my head. I can talk about it while I play, and then if we're just streaming like 99 raids or something, I could talk about League of Legends might be more interesting, since I don't have followers. If I don't have any followers at all with this game, maybe I'll get one with League of Legends. I mean, League of Legends has so many streamers that it's like, is anyone even gonna notice I'm streaming? I don't know, but maybe. I'm pretty good at League of Legends. Well, I have a new account, so I mean they can, shadow ban me, but if they're shadow banning me, then they have bigger problems than I can't play. I mean, shadow. Burst of speed. Caster rate. Thank you, man. I really need that. See how much sustain I have? Like, well, I have a meditation, mercenary, and I have mana after kill. I think I have a little overkill. I could probably just go life after kill because I have meditation. Meditation is so killing everything in like one wave here, so I don't really need more. So I'm just gonna keep going until spec in this game kills everything in a couple of hits, and I'm single player. You know what? Good mob. Or not. Okay.
Can't carry it.
Minimum damage. So 2 to 9 at Apex level 56. See, that's pretty good. Like, you can rule out a lot of rap, like crafting and low level. I think they moved some stuff around. Like, I think they added that. I think 5 minimum damage is new. I don't think they had a minimum damage before. I don't know if that's new in just PD2 in general, but in vanilla they definitely didn't have, like, you couldn't get like a minimum damage ring hella easy. Like, if you found that in vanilla, that's sick. That's an amazing ring. Everything on it's good. That's an actual 6-point ring. So 6 points on a ring? Is that new? The affix quality, experimental affix quality, 55%. Is that a stat that's... Okay, that's on the item filter. So, I like that. Affix quality is 55%. So, the average affix quality on this ring is like half. So, it's a 55% quality. And, yeah, because it could have 9 minimum damage, but it has 5, which is a little over half. Attack rating, it's got super high. Mana leech, it's got the worst. So one's like the highest, one's almost highest, one's the worst. 12 life is less than half. Lightning is more of like 60%. I think this is pretty accurate. So one's like 60% 3 times. And then you've got like 33% or 35%. You've got 0% or 1% because it would have to take it down. Or it'd be a 0, I guess. And then you've got, that's the problem, is the worst. So the worst roll would give you like 0 affix quality. But it's still good. 2% mana leech is still good. So I mean, but it is just calculating averages. So it's useful, but not calculating. So like if you're level 99, you have really high end weapons. All you need in the game is with super high physical damage reduction. That might give them a change. That we draw skeletons anyway. I'm about to do ancients, so I'm just gonna pick up every lot. I might need to just fill my inventory.
Not enough mana.
2 is actually 25%. The bottom with 36 would bring it down to I don't know, bring it really low. And then 14 is pretty good. 7 energy is pretty good. But is it counting the type of apex? Like 7 energy is shit apex. On a sorceress it's okay. It's like equivalent of getting like 20 life or something. Well, it's like actually more like 30 life on a sorceress. That's, I think they get 3 or 4 per energy.
Not in town. Not here. Not in town. Not here.